Well, good evening. ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef here with an extended weather update. So the rain and the snow has returned to Northern California. Thursday was the break in the rain, but it's coming back and it will continue as we go through Saturday. So let's jump right into the forecast. First thing I want to say, though, it was a warm day in Northern California. The storm took just a little bit longer than anticipated to move into the valley. And I'm only talking a couple hours here, but that was enough that we actually tied and set new record high temperatures today. So downtown Sacramento on Friday, December 29th, 66 degrees. That tied the previous record. Stockton, 68 degrees, new record there. Modesto, 67. That was also a new record. These temperatures are like 10 plus degrees above average for the time of year. You see the average values right in the middle 50s, and we were in the mid to upper 60s for highs today across Northern California. That was pretty warm, especially for December. Here's radar and satellite, and you can see the center of that low pressure is right near the state line with Oregon, but that rain and the heavy rain bands, that cold front that we've been talking about pushing into Northern California, finally here, and it's very clear to see on satellite where it is. Let's actually zoom out a little bit, and you can see that this is connected into the jet stream, and it's pulling some of this tropical moisture all the way from towards Hawaii there. So you see that here right through the jet stream, and then this storm is linking up with it just off the coast of California, and it's bringing that moisture right up into Northern California. So we've got heavy rain on the way. We will have lowering snow levels working from Friday evening into Saturday, and we are going to get some winter travel impacts. We're going to break all this down, and we're going to start with the winter weather advisory. 8 to 12 inches are forecast above 6,000 feet. So everywhere in purple here, above 6,000 feet, winter travel impacts are definitely expected. Accumulating snow on the passes, gusty winds as well that'll reduce visibility for a little while, and frankly, some pretty high snow amounts are expected to fall overnight, or high snow rates. We could see an inch of snow per hour at times overnight tonight. We'll talk more about that in a second. Here are those travel impacts, the winter storm severity impacts, or index, minor impacts all the way in yellow here. So just about all the way across the Sierra. And then some moderate impacts as you get towards Echo Summit and up towards Donner as well. And again, we're going to see heavy rain or heavy snow as we go through the overnight hours tonight. So that window to travel through the Sierra is pretty much closed at this point. Here's a look at the models. It's running about an hour ahead of what we're seeing on radar. So it says 7 o'clock here. This is closer to what it's going to look like around 8 o'clock. But that heavy rain moves through the valley, and through the overnight hours, it will continue to push into the Sierra. So we're going to see off and on heavy rain in the valley from 8 p.m. or so until about midnight. Then it'll slowly start to wind down in the valley with just some scattered showers overnight. But then the heavier stuff starts to arrive into the foothills, and those snow levels lower again, 5,500 to 6,000 feet. And it's at this time from about 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. that we're going to see those high snowfall rates of about an inch of snow per hour along 50 and 80. There's a decent chance that we're going to see that. And this is that prime winter travel impact time. So hopefully not a lot of folks would be up there trying to cross the Sierra in the middle of the night anyway, especially on a Friday night, Saturday morning. But the point is, you're really not going to be able to because of the amount of snow we're going to see. By Saturday sunrise, we notice the rain starts to taper off in the valley, but that snow continues up in the Sierra. We keep some rain chances in the valley through the morning hours on Saturday, but it does pretty significantly taper off by lunchtime. In the Sierra, though, snow continues through lunchtime and then starts to taper off as we go through the afternoon. And then the later part of the day, once we get into the late evening hours, that's when we're all done with the rain and the snow across Northern California. Model rainfall totals are showing about an inch to an inch and a half across the valley, up to 2 inches in parts of the foothills. And there's really good model agreement there between the graph, which is a shorter range model, and the European model. And again, you can see that there across the valley, about an inch to an inch and a half, and in the foothills, about an inch to 2 inches of rain. For snow in the Sierra, I think this you model, the European, might be underdoing it just a little bit because like we talked about, that winter weather advisory is calling for 8 to 12 inches at pass level. It's doing pretty good, but generally I think you can add on another couple inches here to some of these totals especially when we look at Donner, about 6 inches. I think it's probably going to be closer to about 8 inches there. And certainly above 8,000 feet, where we don't have some of these numbers loaded up on the map, but certainly above 8,000 feet, we could see 12 to 24 inches of new snow. So finally, for the ski resorts, we've kind of been waiting to get one of these winter storms that actually brings a decent amount of snow to the ski resorts. I think this is the first storm of hopefully many more to come this winter that brings a pretty good amount of snow. So kind of bullet pointing the winter weather here that we're going to expect. That travel window, if you're thinking about going up there, is pretty much closed until Sunday, just because it is going to be extremely difficult to travel, certainly for the rest of Friday evening and the first half of Saturday. Better chances if you want to go up there late in the day Saturday, and I'm talking likely from sunset or later. So if you're going up there and you really want to go this weekend, I would go pretty early, I think, on New Year's Eve on Sunday. I think that's your best chance, just to wait it out until Sunday, because really that window's closed. You really don't want to be dealing with those travel impacts tonight and tomorrow. Heavy snow overnight Friday into Saturday. Again, we talked about that. 1 inch plus is possible overnight for a few hours there. And then it's not unheard of that we see 8 inches or more along the interstates and along the highways. So the I-80 chances of 8 inches plus, about 60 to 80%. US 50, that's 40 to 75%. So better chances the further north you go. But the bottom line is this is going to create travel impacts. Can't stress that enough. Talked a lot about it the last several days. Talking about it again today. I know it's a weekend a lot of folks like to go up to the mountains, like to go up to Tahoe to ring in the new year. Again, just that travel window at this point closed. Just wait until Sunday. You're going to avoid a lot of headaches just by waiting until Sunday to go up. As we break down tomorrow in the valley for Northern California, I said it was tapering off as the day wears on. That's true, but we do still have those rain and shower chances through the morning hours, about 30 to 50%. And then as we go through the afternoon, you notice it really does start to taper off there. We might even see some sunshine developing by the time we get into those mid to late afternoon hours. Highs are significantly cooler than where they were on Friday. We're in the mid to upper 60s on Friday. Tomorrow for Saturday, we'll be in the upper 50s, very low 60s, about 60 Modesto, 61 Stockton, 59 in Sacramento, 40s and 50s in the foothills, 30s up in the high country as that storm tapers off. Still warmer than average, though. The average high 55 degrees. Again, we're going to be in those upper 50s. A lot of that does have to do with the fact that it is bringing in some of that more tropical air, a warmer storm, hallmark of an El Nino year. The New Year's forecast, so Sunday and Monday, about 56 on New Year's Eve, 58 New Year's Day. This is for the valley or in and around Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto. We're going to have plenty of clouds around New Year's Eve, so partly to mostly cloudy skies. New Year's Day, though, does look pretty sunny at this point with those clouds clearing through the morning hours. So, again, New Year's Day should be one of the more sunny days we've had in a little while here in Northern California. But just because the year is about to move to 2024 doesn't mean the rain chances are over. Rain tonight into Saturday, drying out as the day goes on, dry for Sunday, dry and mostly sunny for Monday. Then we start to work in another storm by the time we get late Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we dry for a couple days. Then we've got what looks to be, could be another stronger storm coming in Saturday, lingering into Sunday for next weekend, the first weekend of the new year. And I just want to point out, this year, 2023, started pretty much like it's ending, just not quite with as big of a storm. I was just looking back at some of the weather data. New Year's Eve 2022 and New Year's Day 2023 were both pretty rainy. We had a lot of flooding across the valley. We saw 6+ inches in Placerville on New Year's Eve 2022. So yeah, if it sounds familiar, if this storm that we're getting this weekend, man, it kind of sounds like we just had rain for New Year's Eve last year. We did. The storm was just a lot bigger, a lot more significant for New Year's Eve 2022 into 23. But the point stands. We're ending the year just like we started. So I'll step out of the way. Next 10 days here in Northern California. Again, we do have some rain chances for the middle part of next week and next weekend. So be sure to stay tuned. This certainly is not the last of the storm chances, and the overall pattern as we work into January does continue to look pretty favorable for storm development in California. Don't forget ABC 10 Plus. It's free. Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV. We've got a weather playlist there, some in-depth forecasts, weather specials like mega flood, water wasted, and that California drought series. So If you want to get the very latest on weather, you want to see these videos as they come out, first place we put them is on ABC 10 Plus. I encourage you to download that app, and I wish everybody out there a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching and trusting us with your weather info, and I will see you in the new year.